One question I often get asked about cloth pads is how do I know when to change it? With disposable pads, it's generally quite visual because you can just see the fluid spreading out throughout the pad, and there's often a lot of anxiety around switching to cloth and just not being sure when you are to change that pad, as they aren't quite as visual, I guess, as the disposable pad. Now, first off, it actually can be a little bit visual. If the pad is getting good and saturated, you will be able to tell visually, but even more than that, it's going to be about feel and comfort. As your pad is starting to get more full, it will just start to feel a little bit more wet and a little bit more uncomfortable. Now, that's not to say they are just super wet and uncomfortable feeling all the time. This is just going to happen as they start to get more full and it's meaning it's time to change. Now, I totally get that switching to cloth is just a whole new type of product and it can feel a little bit intimidating at first, especially if you're worried about leaks. But if you start slow and maybe start just using them on lighter days at home and just slowly work your way up until you're using them whenever you want, you will pretty quickly figure out what works for you and how often you need to change. Most people will find that they wind up changing their cloth pad at a similar frequency to when they change their disposable pad. I know it's a new product, I know it can seem intimidating, but it is a lot more similar to disposable pads as far as just how you use them than most people think.